Hi, Collective. How are you? Welcome into my channel. My name is Firestorm Shan, and I'm here to do some more energy check-ins for what we can expect in 2026. I'm going to be doing some astrology today, and probably will be doing a few readings like this throughout 26 so that we can stay on guard, on focus, prepared for anything that could happen, because we have some interesting energies going on right now. With Uranus that is moving into Gemini, this can make life seem very unpredictable. Okay, Gemini is an air sign. This is all about the higher mind. And so there's going to be some adjustments that we're going to be making here in 2026, okay? Now, I did take some notes here. I have several. I'll go ahead with start with the astrology part of the reading, and then we'll get some tarot and some other messages that might want to come through. I'll make it quick. All right, so it takes Uranus 84 years to go completely around its cycle. So the last time it was there was in the 1930s and the 1940s. And so the focus on that timeline was we were in the Pisces era, we were in the Aries era, then we went into Taurus era. And so it's Uranus is just now moving out of this 14-year cycle of being in Aries and in Taurus. It's moving out now into Gemini. And so in the past, a lot of the focus has been on resources, stability, economy, finances, traditions, values, Taurus energy. But when Uranus enters Gemini, an air sign, it's going to be there from 2025 until 2033, forgive me, all the way to 2033. We're going to see sudden radical shifts, okay? Especially in AI, in technology, communications. A new higher level of learning is indicated, new media. Because of all of this, they want us to use discernment on misinformation. We're already seeing that out here now in the whole planet with misinformation, because there's a freedom with the internet to say and do whatever you want. And now we have all these battles, so even YouTube creators are being, sued now. I'm seeing some situations occurring because of things they say, so we have to be really careful and be mindful with our words, okay? They will feel a little chaotic is what they're saying, because there is going to be a liberating mental release on the planet. A complete rewiring of the way we used to do things. Old values, traditions, and things like that are changing. In the school systems, we're going to see brand new ways of kids being taught. So you might find yourself being forced to adapt very quickly, okay? We talked about also it's the year of the fire horse, which is that giddy up and go, giddy up and go. When I first started writing down, I actually was taken back to 2008. And something about 2008 and 2028 are significant. And I started hearing little rhymes like 2008, we went out the gate, 2009, oh so divine, 2010, so let's do it again, and 2011, so it begins. And this was kicking off new cycles in the revolutionary sign of Aries at the time, which is fire sign energy. So now we're back here and looking at the fact that the opposite sign of Gemini is Sagittarius. So you're going to be feeling very, opinionated. You're going to be asked to open your mind in ways that you never were able to before. Some of us will handle this better than others. I was looking at my natal chart, and I have Saturn in Gemini, so I was doing some research, and I was finding out that I would probably be fine when it comes to discipline and structure and things like that, when it comes to communication and so forth. But because I have Saturn there, I'm pretty good at it. I'm going to get challenged to probably go through an identity crisis, is what they're saying. Um, I might not think the same. I might not talk the same. I might not be the same person that I am 1 year from now that I am today, after Saturn's done with me in Gemini, breaking down illusions with the, shocking things that can happen. I won't be moved so hard like someone that is being completely reprogrammed. It's like I'm seeing a computer box being taken out of a brain and put a whole brand new brain in, and a robots is a great way to look at that, as an example if you need to see that in your mind. But we're all in for a society upgrade, a social one, okay? Because Gemini energy is social. This has to do with siblings, community, family, relationships like that, okay? We're going to see quantum leaps and big changes in all of those areas concerning knowledge and sharing knowledge. So pretty much the key points here are communication overhauls. So watch out for your misinformation, and also look to be prepared to get educated on how to use digital platforms, because they're going to change significantly. If you're not very techno savvy, you might want to take a class and get some knowledge, because you're going to need it. The world's changing. Tech and transportation, that we're already seeing as well with the new sophisticated drones. They're dropping in packages, new ways of being able to deliver products, using, drones, and radical inventions. Radical inventions is what they're saying. So if you start to see strange things in the sky, that could be these radical inventions. They're just dropping off Amazon packages, most likely. All right, so education and learning disruptions. There will be new teaching methods. It will be accelerated learning, so very fast learning. Fundamental rewiring of how we process and how we learn is all predicted to change. In our social and our personal shifts, there is an unpredictable dynamic with siblings and relatives that could occur. Sudden urges to break mental patterns, belief systems, and values that go against the status quo, and you're ready to evolve and step outside into your own identity. Using your true authentic voice is one of the messages I got today for myself. Even if it's disruptive, I was told to use my voice anyway, so that's what we're going to do. Now let's talk about some historical events. So the last time that Uranus was in Gemini, these are the historical events that were happening. We had the Civil War, and we also had World War II. And so I'm not suggesting that we're going to have a World War III or another Civil War. I'm not suggesting that at all. What is being suggested here is a massive social reconstruction, now focused on digital and informational realms. So information wars, not real wars, okay? So how can we navigate 2026? And we're going to wrap this up, and then we're going to pull some tarot. How to navigate in 2026 is just simply to expect the unexpected. People are going to say whatever they want to say. Don't be surprised. Don't be shocked. Gemini energy is communication. Watch out for gossip. Okay? They want us to embrace. One of the cool things about Geminis are they're the twins. So to them, they have a very good way of seeing both sides of a story. So embrace that energy, the positive side of both and, instead of either or. You know what I mean? It's like this and that are true, instead of, I can see your side of the point and I can see your side of the point, and then you come down and you take all of those opinions, points, put them together into one value belief system that you can handle, you can chew on, that you're able to live with, okay? But this, my way or the highway, I'm right and you're wrong, stuff's not going to fly very well, and you know what I mean? So we got to get beyond rigid thinking, is what is being told. That's how we can navigate 2026. Also, they're telling us that we can stay curious and mindful and question and re-examine your relationships with the information that you're going to be receiving, okay? Just stay curious, but be mindful, okay? It is time to use your voice. This is a time for collective evolution, not silence. It is not a time for silence. It is for collective evolution. And that's what's going to help us navigate. Okay? And then this is just my notes. I was telling you I'll be challenged to learn in new ways because I'm pretty set in my ways and been doing something a certain way for so long. I'm going to be challenged. So if you need a natal chart reading, I can tell you now we just split the deck to jealousy and guides. Our guides are telling us we need to look at this jealousy card. It's been coming up in a lot of different readings. Shadow. Lucky. Okay. Some of us are going to make it look easier than others because, for instance, if you are a Gemini, you will be challenged in changes too, but it's more in your wheelhouse, so you're able to understand it a little better, perhaps, I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll look into a little closer Gemini for you if you always talking about doing natal chart readings. I could tell you where Uranus is in your chart and what house it's in and how it's going to be impacting you the most. So this is just a general collective reading, but yeah, our guides want us to talk about this jealousy thing, and then they were just showing me that because some of us are going to make it look easier than others, and we're going to get the downloads, we're going to learn faster than others, there will be some jealousy, and this could be with siblings and family in particular. Okay, even friends groups. So, you know, if you're an air sign, you're highly intelligent, you're going to learn faster than someone who's stubborn and set in their ways. Okay, you know, this would be those folks that have been here from the 30s and 40s, which would be, you know, you would be in your 80s at this time, late 70s, 80s, if you're still with us. So my parents are still with us. They were born in the 40s. Okay. Knowledge and truth. Yes. We're going to have to really seek for the truth on the knowledge that we're researching in this timeline. All right, let's go ahead and see what is coming forward for the collective today. Divinity. Yes, it's time for your divinity to shine. You are perfectly human and you are perfectly divine. This means that we'll be pulling on the divine to help us navigate through these changes. You're not alone. The divine is with you. Soulmates are here. Hold on to those soulmate relationships. You will be meeting new people in 2026. Some will be fading away and you will be meeting new ones. This has been predicted already. Okay, because of your ability to advance faster than others. We have guides here again. Your guides are guiding you to good fortune. And this is predicted as well for 2026 is financial opportunities. I know it's not a big focus on stability. That's the past, Uranus, but those lessons have already been learned. Okay, so I'm picking up on a teacher vibe. Some of you guys are, ladies and gentlemen, are divine guides to assist us through this process to where everyone receives the benefits of this good fortune. Okay, good fortune is not just finances, it's finding happiness and bliss in the middle of chaos. And it's predicted that there will be some chaos, so we need to, you know, be there for each other. And especially if we've been doing, you know, if you've been doing spiritual work, it'll be important. Now let's just, since we're talking about work and career, let's pull some messages from this oracle deck, which is life and career, and see what else we can find out of here. Do you remember when I said that Gemini has two minds, this and that are true? And this soulmate's got two hearts. And that's like the Two of Cups, by the way. But, and this is a 7-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-pointed star, which is a very spiritual protection. Dee Snider uses that in Twisted Sister. Actually, I have some notes here from a journal about the 7-pointed star. I'm being guided to open this journal and see what's in here. Let me see. I write upside down on each one, I know. It's okay. Well, if I could find my notes. I thought you were right here in the front. Oh, it is right here. Where are you? Oh, the 7, there it is. Protection from evil. It's the heptagram. Thank you. It's the heptagram. Protection from evil. Thank you. Goodness me. Sorry that took so long. So protection from evil. The divine here is here to protect us from evil. Your guides are here. You know, and if you don't have a soulmate, or if you're single, you do have a guide that is guiding you, so you're not alone. And they're leading you into good fortune, okay? Spirit guides or a real soulmate, just, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be romantic, though. It could be just a spirit guide, folks. Or a mentor or a teacher. A guru or somebody like that. Yeah. I am seeing the Buddhist temple right now in my head. I've never been to one, but I've really been tempted to go to one. I was raised Christian, and that Christianity is the only religion that is the true one. I don't believe that anymore. So I'm still working past some old traditions and values. I'm looking forward to it in 2026 to go visiting the Buddhist temple for the first time. So that's for whoever needs to hear that. All right. Let's go ahead and see from the wisdom. You are called to serve as a mentor. What did I just say? Wisdom. You are called to serve as a mentor for someone, or as a role model and a guide who can show the way. Your wisdom and experience is needed in 2026. Look at that. Divine guides. Innovation. You will need to keep up with new strategies. We talked about that. Innovation. You will need to keep up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Invent, create, and test new ideas. Okay. Ooh-wee. Wealth. There's that wealth for that good fortune. You are working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. People skills. You have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, a counselor, a salesperson, or the head of a company. Geminis have very good people skills. And then independence. We talked about this too. Some of us, it's time to go out on our own and start our businesses. It's time to go out on your own and create your own business, or try something well outside of your comfort zone. So 2026, try something independent and outside of your comfort zone, okay? Your guides are there and it's highly supported. All right, so that's that. Okay. You guys ready to do some tarot? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, Holy Spirit. All right, we're ready. They said you're welcome. I got spirit bumps. I heard it in my head. You're welcome. Ooh, there's a lot of energy in those cards. The sun. Woo! Look at this. The sun. The solution to all your problems is the sun. Joyfulness, playfulness. Look, it's a horse. Year of the horse. So you're going towards your happiness and your bliss. I've got the Knight of Swords here, which is an air sign. We're talking about fast forward communication here. This person moves very quickly. They think quick on their feet. There's another horse here, by the way. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is indicating that you're walking away from any kind of illusions and you're going towards your wish fulfillment. You might find yourself in a little bit of a dark night of the soul, you know, walking around at nighttime under the moonlight, maybe by the water, trying to find what it is you really do want. Really thinking about what you don't want anymore. Well, that'll tell you one thing, to get you closer to what you do want. I have the moon here. The moon is here twice with the Eight of Cups because I've seen it here in this picture, and then there she is. Okay, there's two wolves there. By the way, the moon card is Hecate. Hecate, the goddess Hecate, is helping you, guide you through the darkness. You have two choices here. Okay. Typically, the moon card represents one white dog and one black dog, or a German Shepherd, a white German Shepherd, or a mixed brown and black German Shepherd, which means there's two paths we can go by. But when you're going through these mysterious times of not being able to see clearly, she's here guiding you with this torch. Okay. That is a spirit guide, Hecate. Don't be afraid of her. She is able to help those who have gone to really dark places and they need some help getting out. And you're not going to get that from any kind of Christianese, most likely. You might, but a little frilly little, you're going to burn in hell from the Baptist preacher fundamentalist church down the street's probably not going to get you. You do this or you're going to burn in hell is not going to get you where you need. You need somebody that's been to hell already and back and understands how to get through it and guide you and cares about you. Okay? So there is some deceit that is represented when you see the moon card, or some secrets. You can't play small. Don't deceive yourself. Something about using that voice with the Knight of Swords here. You're going to have to speak your truth. You're going to have to say what you want. You're going to have to put it out there. And every day you're going to have to show up. You have the sun and the moon. You just have the sun and the moon. It takes both. The sun reflects off the moon. Night and day. Night and day. When you make this decision to move from this one situation to the other, it's going to look like night and day. Your identity could potentially change completely, like I was saying is predicted for my personal path because of that Saturn placement I have there. Moving on from any illusions. The moon card is illusions. We talked about this. Okay. You have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups is represented with the soulmate. Okay, you have the wisdom. You are being called to serve as a mentor. A role model. Two of Cups, a role model. Okay? That's being a good friend. A wise friend. A loving friend. I've got the Queen of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? Fire sign energy. We have Leo here. We have Cancer, Pisces. I say Scorpio too there, but most people call that Cancer. And a Queen of Wands, independence. I'm going to put that with the kitty cat. It's time for you to go out on your own and create your own business. Isn't that what she does? She's motivated. She's in charge. She gets things done. She's fired up. And she's beautiful. People are drawn to her. She's got good people skills. Meant to be seen. Good communicator. Eight of Wands, things are going to be picking up very, very fast. Be looking for lots of either downloads, spiritual downloads. These are messages. It can be travel too, by the way. We have the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Both of these are by water. So there could be something about water. There's communication coming from this. Maybe these are the messages, the downloads that you're getting when you're out there. We said it'd be like night and day, right? It's like you got your answers, now you're moving on quickly. Right? It's, Eight of Wands in music means you have a beautiful voice, so that's to do with communication. But lots of messages, people skills, divinity, downloads coming from the spirit realm. Seven of Pentacles is here at the bottom with the Nine of Cups. Okay. And the Two of Swords. There will be some difficult decisions that you need to make. You will be looking at the past investments that you've made. You don't seem like this is exactly the way I thought it was going to turn out. It feels like I've got something to show here, but I'm not really happy. Something's taken too long to build. You know, so you're like, he just looks kind of like, oh, I wish you could see his face. I'm trying to get the focus. I'll try one more time. It doesn't want to focus. He looks a little bored. And then I have it here with the Nine of Cups. This is you going towards that wish fulfillment. Yeah, you're like, I don't think this is for me anymore. There's that, you've got the 7, 8, 9 of Cups here. You're going to figure it out what you really, truly want. You're going to get your wish fulfillment. But first you got to figure it out. You got to see it. Two of Swords is here. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see something. Or it's just a difficult decision you're going to have to make. I've got the Emperor here. Well, when you make the right choice, please, because we have an Emperor here, which is a business owner, a boss, someone that has an inheritance and a legacy to leave behind with a Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Good fortune. Ten of Pentacles. Legacy, family. Good fortune. Wealth. But you will need to come up with new strategies. Innovation. Two of Swords. You're going to need to come up with new strategies. The old ways are not going to work anymore. This is new strategies. Strategic thinking. Thinking quick on your feet. Okay, that's that boss owner or that father. One of the two. Could be an Aries. Long term. They want us to look at long term because we're setting the path for the next 9 years, the next decade. Okay? So the focus has been on stability already for all these years. We've already got that. We got to keep it. We got to keep it, and we got to keep up with the innovations. So talk to me about innovations. We have the Empress coming out here. So the Emperor and the Empress. I feel like I'm talking to older people who are definitely going to need to take those initiatives to revamp how you do business. Counting myself. I was just telling my husband after I did all this research, I shared the message with him first, and he was like, yeah, you know, I agree with you, Shannon. We're going to have to come up with some new ideas, and I'm in agreement, but I don't know what those ideas are, so let's see. What are some of those ideas? Guidance for those that need it. Three of Wands. This is an answered prayer, so it's something that you've probably already asked for. Three of Wands, you've already manifesting it. It's already coming towards you. So it's something you've been wanting for a while, is what I'm thinking. Or you made a decision to go towards it because you were at a crossroads, and you made a decision to go through the gate, and now you do have something coming, but you can't see exactly what it looks like because of the Seven of Pentacles here. You're looking too hard at the ground right here. You feeling like, I got to do something else. I got to get more fruit on this tree. How can we get more fruit on this tree? You know, how can we make ourselves more successful in this area? The Lovers, Gemini energy. They want us to think like this Gemini, which is making decisions based off of love. And this is an angel guiding you, and I believe that's Gabrielle. Lovers, making decisions based off of love. Emperor and Empress. The power is in agreement, my folks. Okay, we have Justice here, and the Ace of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. With the Two of Wands, there it is, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, there's some sort of truth we need to see about this. Okay, how can I say this without sounding... I want to be mindful. Do yourself some justice and see the truth about a situation, about a failed past investment, or something that's just not growing anymore. You'll know what it is because we have the Five of Cups, which is, you're sad about it. The Three of Swords, heartbreaking situation, and the Eight of Pentacles, something you've been working on for a long time, or you're just your work. King of Swords, yeah. Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Hangman. There's that independent energy coming in. Page of Cups, there's a surprise. High Priestess, your intuition's going to tell you. Four of Pentacles, there's going to be some things that you're still not ready for that will be presented to you, only because there's still more healing that needs to happen, but a wish fulfillment is indicated with the Ace of Wands here. That is a passionate new beginning and a wish fulfillment with the King of Pentacles. But the Ten of Swords is here, and the Wheel of the Year. So some sort of betrayal that's destined to happen is going to set you on a new path. And we have the Fool card here. Some of you will not have the wisdom that you need, and you will hold back with the Four of Pentacles because of just a lack of knowledge. You've got some things you need to learn with the Page of Pentacles. There is a concern here about mental fatigue and dark nights of the souls. Maybe there is some past life karma that we have to deal with here, but it could have something to do with charity in the past, or being breadcrumbed in the past. Queen of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the upright. Yeah. Excuse me. In the past, there were opportunities that were presented to some of us with the Ace of Pentacles, but we were breadcrumbed, and then we were left emotionally upside down and hurt. Sent us on a new path. Maybe made us a little defensive. Excuse me. Made us feel a little defensive and confused with the Seven of Cups. King of Cups is in the upright, though. So they're saying don't get caught in any repeat cycles. So going down rabbit trails that you know are not for your best and highest good. You know they're not the direction you truly want to go. Okay. I have it here with the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles and Strength card. And Death. Some of the friendships that you have, they are not healthy. You know it. The Knight of Wands is like going round and round and round, feeling defensive. Page of Swords, somebody spying and gossiping. With the Temperance card here, you know it, but you've been tempering your energies and your emotions. Three of Pentacles and Three of Cups together with the Nine of Wands is telling me that this is a karmic friendship group that promised you a lot of things that never came to fruition. I have it here with the Strength card, you being resisting temptation, and then the Death card, it's over for you. So there's the Ten of Swords and the Death card. So we're not picking up anything in the past that had a betrayal attached to it, any kind of lies or gossip. They want us to stay away from that, especially with it being a year of communication. I want you to rise above the drama and put an end to it. Five of Pentacles, it's time for you to stop feeling abandoned and left out in the cold, feeling like you're mentally trapped. And there's a sense of sabotaging relationships here and heavy burdens. Towers are going to be coming in to really blow some things up. But hey, it's going to be really good news for you, because get ready to say goodbye, because you're going to be moving on very quickly and successfully. You might find yourself juggling a little bit, as you know, making decisions, maybe finances here with the Knight of Pentacles showing up. You know, the shadow side is showing up saying, do not be afraid. You are the magician here. So that is Gemini energy. You can manifest the life you want. But there's some sort of little warning here about the shadow side, people pulling you back into that shadow side. Ace of Cups is indicated here with new love wanting to come in. Queen of Pentacles, they're saying your stability's fine. You're fine. You're going to be fine as far as that goes. There is High Priestess and the Ten of Cups here. An opportunity for lots of happy times to come in for you. Here's the Hermit. There's the Wisdom. Seven of Swords. You know a cheat and a liar when you see it. And then there's the Four of Wands. Don't bring them into your home anymore. That might be a Knight of Wands, which Knight of Wands can be someone that is a little promiscuous. They only come around when they want to use you for something, and then they're out the door. And they're emotional thieves, or they just come by whenever they need something. You know them by their fruit. So, all right, we went through the entire deck of the Tarot. We're at 37 minutes 34 seconds. I'm going to close the reading. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has been helpful. We will do more readings. This is just one scenario for those of us that this resonates with. I'm sure there's other stories out there that will want to come forward. But for now, God bless and take care.